beautiful, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this week's new makeup releases going on the wish list or not. This is the series where every Sunday I come back, we chat about the new makeup releases, sneak peeks and announcements. I'll let you know what I think, and then you let me know in the comments what you think about these releases. There are still releases trickling out, even though usually at the end of the year it seems to be like slowing down a little bit, but there are some brands that just cannot seem to be able to slow down a little bit, and oh boy. If you haven't been here before, my name is Angie. Hello, I am a lover of fashion and makeup, especially colorful makeup. I am full on rainbow today, but I am living for it. If you want to see some more color in your timeline, if you want to see some brands that you might not see on every other channel, do not forget to subscribe. Also, we are in the middle of Vlogmas right now, so I am uploading once every day until Christmas. There are probably going to be days where I upload 2 videos though, because I just love this time of year. I love filming, editing, putting everything up, and watching everybody else's videos as well. It's so much fun. But let's get into this week's episode. I did film this look for Instagram. I don't know when that is coming, but it's coming somewhat soon. But I did film it for Instagram. I did have a live yesterday with Lacey from Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. So much fun talking with my friend. If you want to see that episode, that is already live on my channel. I saved it, so don't forget to check back and see what we chatted about. I also, like I said, I'm in the middle of Vlogmas, so I had so many videos last week. So if you are looking for something to look at, something to entertain you during these quarantine Christmas times, don't forget to check back on my channel because there is so much videos up. And also last Sunday I started my holiday giveaway, so if you haven't entered that, I would also suggest you to check back on the new makeup releases from last Sunday. Okay, there are some brands that just didn't get the memo. They just didn't get the memo that we are at the end of the year and we need to slow down. I don't mind when brands have well thought through releases that come at the end of the year. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, but there are some brands that release 2 collections a week and they just keep releasing. One of those brands are Makeup Revolution. I just can't keep up with Makeup Revolution. I pretty much have stopped reporting on them because it just, why? I don't care. Do you care? Do you care? Do you? I don't. Anyways, one brand, let me scoochie, and we can talk about Colourpop and Hello Kitty. This week's one of the weekly releases from Colourpop. So Colourpop is releasing another somewhat generic neutral-ish pink tone palette. This would have, listen, this would have been so fun and so interesting had this not been the 20th release since the 1st of November. I feel like I was looking, I'm all over the place. I was editing a video yesterday, which was the video that went up, oh, it hasn't gone up yet. I was talking about trends for 2021. That video hasn't gone up, but I already filmed it and I already edited it, and I was talking about Colourpop's holiday collection, and I was laughing while I was editing that because I was like, what is even Colourpop's holiday collection? Like, nothing of what they have released is special enough to warrant being a holiday collection. I know that one of these 100 collections is, per definition, according to them, a holiday collection, but like any of these could have been. Any of these could have been. And the thing is, the Colourpop was like closed, I think, for a month or 2. I feel like there's a hair here. And who knows what of these releases they were meant to release during that time. I'm guessing they had to like squeeze everything together and they didn't want to throw away things. Like, I understand. But I surely hope that Colourpop got the memo. We can't have these many releases in 2020. We can't. I am so sick of this. I'm not sick of it. I'm a bit bored. It's like, ugh, it's like blasé. Is that how you say it in English? I have no idea. Thing is, I usually do receive PR from Colourpop. Something has changed. I think I mentioned this, how they label their PR. So right now I have 4 or 5 PR packages that are stuck in customs in Sweden. I probably will not get those. But like, does it matter? Does it matter when a brand is like, what if that was a collection by what else, like Nabla, that I received PR from? They come up with like what, 3 collections a year? I wouldn't have been like, no, I need to get it. But now I have 4 or 5 collections stuck in customs because of mislabeling from Colourpop's side from like the last month and a half, and it's like, okay. I don't know. It's just, it's hard to get excited when it's this much. And I enjoy Hello Kitty. I think it's cute. I enjoy a purple pink palette with a peach. I don't hate the color scheme. In some pictures it seems very light, and in some pictures it seems more dark. I don't know what you're getting. This bitch isn't gonna be the one to tell you because I'm not no. I've already told you I want to buy less makeup in December because I have so many things that I like that I want to try more, and I also have things coming my way. With that being said, I did buy one thing. I bought one thing I talked about last week. Maybe we should talk about that next. But anyways, if you're interested in this collection, pretty sure it's already available. I don't know if it's sold out. Honestly, I'm over it at this point. We'll just have to wait and see what the Colourpop collection of next week is, I guess. But listen, I'm the clown because I was like, I don't want to buy any more palettes in 2020. Oh god, I bought 2. You really can ring the shame bell. Okay, one thing that I talked about last week was the Étendu, I think it's called that, the new palette from Viseart. I think this is a new size from Viseart from what I've heard. They came up with the purple one that is based on the Liaison palette that they had before. It was a 9-pan palette, and then they came up with this other one. Wait, let me check the name of this. Both of these palettes are now available at Beautylish, and I think you can find both of them at Beauty Bay as well. So I did buy the purple one at Beauty Bay. This one is coming Minxette, which is based on their, is it a 6-pan or an 8-pan palette, a little Minx palette. These colors, the brown, pink, or like that, we've seen a million times before. I honestly, like, Viseart needs to chill a bit with how many palettes they're coming out with if they're gonna come out with this many similar palettes. There have been too many similar palettes from Viseart this year as well. I don't mind this purple, half neutral palette. This purple neutral palette, this is what I wish the Naked Ultraviolet from Urban Decay had been. The option to go really purple, the option to go plummy neutral, like the mix, and there's a duochrome tone. Like, why wasn't the Naked Ultraviolet this? Why wasn't this what they gave us? I don't know, but they didn't. Anyways, so I bought this one because I have really been enjoying half neutral, half colorful palettes. I have been liking the Viseart palettes I had. Like, I don't mind Viseart coming out with more collections or more things, but if they're gonna come out with so many similar things, which is palettes on palettes on palettes on palettes, they need to be more different from each other. Like, they no more like mauve neutral palettes for a while, okay? You've done that now, okay? You can chill a bit on that and just explore other color combos or explore other product categories. I feel like a lot of brands fell into that trap. They're like, they have their hero product that they really like sold a lot of, and therefore they make 2 million of those, but it's like, don't water out the thing that people love about your brand. Another thing that is available also at Beautylish now, and we talked about this last week, I'm just gonna quickly mention it, and it's the Twin Flames Liquid Multichrome Pigments by Danessa Myricks. I did talk about it last week, and I said it was available at her site, and now it is available at Beautylish as well. If you were interested in these liquid multichromes, they look really, really cute. So I will link those down below as well if you are interested. Let's talk about, this is the weirdest, I do not understand release. This is Glossier's holiday release. They are making a gloss roulette. There's like a really cute packaging. You get 3 secret glosses, and then they have another gift set where you get like, it's like a lip gloss or a lip treatment. It is a lip gloss or a lip treatment. Clear lip balm with gold reflex. Okay, so it's a liquid lip balm with gold reflex, and then you get a 14-karat gold G charm necklace. Why? Or more importantly, why? $75 for me to get a gold G? Listen, you're Glossier, you're not Gucci, okay? No one wants a Glossier necklace. Calm your titties, okay? Gold G necklace. Come on. By the way, how crazy is this darkness? It is lunchtime. It is lunchtime and I am in a cave. Let's talk about Violet Voss and their absolute train wreck of releases they've had this year. They released a summer palette in what was it, August or beginning of September? I mean, it was late. Shit happens. It's 2020. I've seen worse things, but I feel bad for them. And now they're releasing a rainbow palette as the absolute last brand on earth to think that a rainbow palette is exciting to release in 2020, and they're also calling it the tie-dye palette. Ugh, I'm guessing that this is a release that's also meant for summer when tie-dyes were such a trend. I don't feel like tie-dye is a trend anymore. I could be wrong, maybe it is, but yeah, how many rainbow palettes have they done? I feel like they're competing with Glamlite at this point, and then there's a random brown row at the bottom. It's like, who's that for? Is that like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? It's like, I feel like the people that want the brown row don't want the generic rainbow and vice versa, but I could be wrong. I think it's already available. If you're that person, I will link it down below. Now we can talk about the laziest. Listen, the bar is set low for the laziest release of 2020, but Beauty Blender came in limbo mode and they released this Zodiac collection of beauty blenders. Huh? First of all, Zodiacs in December 2020? Boy, you're late. You are late. So late. And it's not even different colors. They're just etched a Zodiac sign in. Like, this is a level of laziness that I don't know. Like, I would love to be in the board meeting room where they were discussing this as the good choice to go for. Like, okay, next. Speaking of Glamlite, they are actually releasing something that's not a rainbow palette, and this is exactly the route that I want Glamlite to go in. They are releasing a Foodie box that's Christmas themed. Love that, super smart. There are some like lashes and there's a new palette in there. There are gonna be, this is already released and it might be sold out, and if it is, I'm so sorry. I do have a code with Glamlite. I will leave all of the info down below and you can check out if it's available, but she usually restocks these Foodie boxes and they're usually such a good deal, especially if you want to try the brand. I'm guessing she is gonna have this pie palette as a palette in her collection later on as well if you were interested, and when she doesn't have a sale you can use my code and save some money off. This pie palette is a new palette and it's available in the Foodie box and actually quite cute. It is like a berry pink palette with that incredible shimmer formula that she has and really good matte formula as well. I feel like this is a color story. This is not a rainbow palette. This is a berry palette, and naming it the pie palette and having a berry theme. So cute. The shimmers look cute. The mattes look cute. I'm here for this release. I honestly think this is really, really nice. I don't need any more eyeshadows, but who knows at this point. This one, it's small, it's cute, it's round. I know that not everyone is here for that. One of the shades is a blush, but this is a color story. I'm here for it, and the shimmers look incredible. Her shimmer formula is so nice. So yeah, this I'm here for. I'm here for these smaller palettes. I wish you would continue with this and just do more curated color stories because the formula is so spot on. Okay. Oh, I wanted to talk about this one. I'm just going to quickly mention this one. Jouer is releasing the pressed powder that they have in a translucent shade. She has had these before, and it is the Soft Focus Hydrate plus Set Powder, and now it is in a translucent shade. This is actually a really good and inclusive powder range. They go from very light to very dark. I've heard that these powders are really nice, and now they are expanding the line with a translucent shade as well. I will link it down below in case you're interested. The packaging and the like print of these powders look impeccable. This is something that I can see myself trying actually in the future. I do like a pressed powder that has a little bit of a tint. I don't know why I never tried it. Maybe I should. I am interested. Let's talk about the other release that I bought, and you can ring the shame bell for me because I did buy this new collaboration with Juvia's Place. This is a collaboration between Juvia's Place and Yami Angelina. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. She is very big on Instagram, and I am not the person that follows people on Instagram that I am not already following on YouTube, unless they are like fashion accounts. I love these fashion accounts on Instagram. So I hadn't really known about her, but when I looked into her account, she is an incredible makeup artist. She's super beautiful and talented, and I am so incredibly happy for her and her collab. I did end up picking this one up. It is a 6-pan palette. It is like 4 colorful shades and 2 more neutral shades, and I just really love the Juvia's Place formula, and I just really wanted to try it. There are also 2 lip glosses. I wonder why these lip glosses are in the old packaging and not the new lip gloss packaging. I wonder why that is, because they have a different lip gloss packaging now. I'm not sure about that. There's one lip gloss that is a creme formula, and then there's one that is a shimmer formula. The palette does have 6 shades, 2 shimmers, 3 mattes, and 1 like pressed glitter kind of a shade. I am super intrigued to be trying this out. I did order this one on pre-sale. I don't know if it is available again. I do have a code with Juvia's Place. The code is Angelica, my first name, and it will save you 10% off Juvia's Place site, including sale items. So if you're shopping the sale at Juvia's, don't forget to use the code. You don't have to use mine if you don't want to, but if you do, thank you so much for the support. But yeah, I did get this one, and I'm super intrigued to be trying out. It's only $15 for the palette. That's really affordable. So yeah, I'm super intrigued to be trying out. I hope you are interested in seeing my thoughts on it as well. I'm always interested in the Juvia's Place collection, and I even said last week when I said I didn't want to buy any more palettes, I was like, unless my favorite brand like Juvia's or something releases, and they're like, bam. Although I did get the Viseart as well, but that color scheme, that like plummy neutrals and then that deep purple, oof, there's something about that. It got me. Okay, it got me. Let's talk about this. I'm not going to show you the front of this because I don't want to get demonetized, but this is the shop Dramatique. I think this is by a drama channel. I don't know her name. Paige? Is that right? I could be wrong. I don't watch drama channels because I'm trying to keep my sanity. So I actually don't watch them. This is the No More Nudes eyeshadow palette, and I'm loving the name of it. I think there are some pressed glitters in here, if I'm not totally mistaken. I can't really see. Let me zoom. Yeah, I do think that there could be some pressed glitters. It is a very bright palette with some nudes on... It says No More Nudes, and there's nudes on the bottom. Okay. I'm not gonna discuss that. This is not something I'm gonna pick up. I hate the packaging. Loathe. With a passion. I'm so sorry. I want to support when like YouTubers create brands, but I do not understand the naked lady on the front and then the busy tropical clip art motif on the inside. I don't like it. I don't like palettes that are this like different shapes and forms. Don't like that. I love a really colorful fun palette with some neutrals. I could be about that, but I just know I wouldn't reach for a palette that looks like this. But if this was a YouTuber that you're loving and that you're watching and that you want to support, maybe this could be something for you. I will link it down below. You're gonna have to look in the link to see what the palette looks like on the front, but I don't want to get demonetized, so no. Too Faced is releasing even more of those mini palettes. I feel like when they first released these mini palettes, those 2 rectangular pans were like there for a reason, but now they just seem to be like they're due to pure laziness, and it's like they cannot be bothered to change the layout, but now it just looks sloppy because there's like 6 square pans and 2 rectangular for no reason at all, and it just looks like this palette is like drunk and needs help getting home. It's $27 each. I like these color stories more than I like the ones they had before in these mini palettes, especially the one that's my jam. It's nice, but I just don't want to buy any more palettes. And Too Faced is like famous or maybe infamous for getting things to Sweden about 6 months later than the rest of the world. So I'm probably going to be able to see this as a like late spring release in 2021. Maybe that could be fun. Sugar Pill is celebrating 10 years, which is amazing. Amazing for like it's not like an influencer brand, but it is an indie brand that has been around for 10 years, and I feel like that is so cool. They're celebrating with an anniversary capsule collection, new palette, lip glosses, liquid lipsticks, and pigments. And I will say this palette, first time I saw it, I was like, oh, they're including that first palette they made. But it's actually a new palette, but there are some striking resemblances to the color story they did in the first palette, and I wish that these palettes were more different from each other than they are. Maybe it's because all of them seem to be pinky peach with a pop of blue and green. And there's nothing wrong with that, but do we need this many palettes like that? I don't know. But I mean, you like what you like, but that's also the thing, like when you're creating a makeup brand, it can start out being you doing your dream products, but somewhere along the road, it has to evolve to what sells, like what your customer wants. And I'm not sure that they want a palette that's so similar, or maybe it's not. Maybe I'm drunk. Let me put them up side by side here. Maybe they're not similar at all. I just know that when I saw this, the first thing I thought was like, oh, they're including their first palette, but they're not. It's a new palette. It didn't click in my head instantly. I think it's available though. I will link it down below. Sugarpill is a brand that I want to try more of, but it's been a little bit more hard to get a hold of here in Europe. But someone told me, and they linked to me last week, a place where you can buy them actually in Europe that gets stuff easier. So that's always nice for me to know, where I can buy stuff that's like not readily available in Europe, and when it doesn't show up on like Cult Beauty or Beauty Bay right away. Because Beauty Bay and Cult Beauty is amazing, but sometimes it does take some time. Oh, I forgot to talk about these when I was talking about Juvia's Place. When I link things down below in the description box, because I always link everything in the description box, and if you're wondering what's on my face, I usually link that in a pinned comment in these videos, because on Sundays, my description box is full with info, so I do a pinned comment with the things that's on my face. Juvia's Place had their tropical lip balms, and they did include 2 of these in the yellow-orange gift set that they had for Christmas, and I couldn't find them separately on the site, but now they are available, and they're available in 5 different like tastes or smells, because it doesn't taste, it smells. I'm trying to remember. I have the one in guava and mango. Fantastic smells. The best smelling lip balms, fruity lip balms I've ever smelled. And they're also papaya, coconut, and grape. That grape with that like light, like icy lavender shade, that's like a see-through lavender, that looks really nice. That one why didn't I pick up that when I made my order? I should have done that. That is something that I am definitely keeping my eye open for in the future. These are nice. So if you are making an order from Juvia's Place, or if you're buying Juvia's Place from Ulta, would highly recommend these. They smell fantastic, and they felt so nice on the lip, and they look like glossy, but they're not sticky. Oh, I really enjoyed them. That grape one. Oh, you have been asking me as well why Juvia's Place is not available on Beauty Bay anymore. I will tell you. I've heard rumors, not really rumors, I think Juvia's Place themselves has said that they are planning to open a European site. So it's going to be like, you know that both Morphe and Anastasia Beverly Hills, they have like a European site and they have a US site. So when you go into the site, you can choose where you are from, and if you're ordering from them, they will ship from Europe if you're ordering from Europe. What I've heard is that Juvia's Place is planning to do the same thing, so that you will have a European warehouse where they ship from Europe to Europe if you are in Europe. So that's what I heard, so keep your eyes open for that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is probably the reason why they're not at Beauty Bay right now. That might change for the future, you never know, but this is what I've heard, and hopefully this will happen in 2021, because I think that that would be super amazing. Let's also talk about these new palettes from Urban Decay. I feel so bad sometimes with Urban Decay. It feels like their ideas are so dusty as these palettes. So these are the limited edition Decades mini palettes. It is the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the millennials, like the zeros. The thing is that these are too spot on what we were wearing during those decades. I'm not 70s, but like 70s, 80s, 90s, zeros, like the double zeros. I remember what I was wearing in the 90s as makeup and what I was wearing in the early millennials as makeup, and that was not flattering. And this is what this one is as well. It's just you have. I feel the same about this as I feel about the Urban Decay, like the Naked Ultraviolet. This has so much potential. The idea at its core is great. Mini capsule palettes to capture the decade, but you have to bring it back to today, because no one wants to wear the same, like it has to be brought back to modern makeup, because who's gonna buy these? No one wants the frosty Britney Spears like eye look from the early 2000s. Nobody wants that. Why would you include that look in a mini palette? Nobody wants that. We're trying to forget that. We are trying to forget that we ever thought that that was a good idea, because I thought that too, and I regret that, and I don't want to be reminded. Thank you very much, Urban Decay. This is something that I am not familiar with, so this is just me taking some guesses. This is Suavecita pomade, and a collaboration with Lotteria. I don't really know what this is, but if I'm not 100% mistaken, it's like a... You're gonna have to correct me in the... Maybe I can just Google this, but my guess would be like a Mexican sort of tarot card? Let me Google and see if I'm correct. Oh no, it's not. Lotteria is a traditional game of chance, similar to bingo, but using images on a deck of cards instead of numbered ping pong balls. That is so interesting. I was way off. Oh, so it's not like fortune telling, it's more like an actual like game. I had no idea about that. See, this is why Googling is good. Sometimes these videos take so long to film and edit, so I'm just slightly lazy, but when I'm way off like I was this time, it's good that I Google it. I will say I love the yellow packaging of the lipsticks. That looks absolutely stunning. I adore it. The eyeshadow palette, it's not the color scheme I'm looking for. It's a bit too, I don't want to say basic, but it's like some true colors that isn't like broken in with anything. It's just a yellow, a red, a pink, a green, a blue. I need more than that, and then it's just basic neutrals. I like the idea of this. I like the execution, like how it looks, the packaging and everything. It's just not the type that I'm after, but the lipsticks look absolutely stunning. The shades look beautiful, the packaging look beautiful with that like bullet lipstick in the yellow packaging. I love that. That I really love, but this isn't for me. But I told you, these weird collaborations, they're like pulling at your nostalgia like heartstrings. If you haven't seen the last of this, you're gonna see way more of this. Maybe this is something that you're after. I did think that it looks really fun and bright for this dark season that I'm into, but yeah, I'm not mad about it, but it's not for me. Let's quickly talk about that. I'm not interested in this at all, but JLo is coming out with her JLo skincare line. I am not all about skincare. I use what I use. I don't have very sensitive skin. I don't have dry skin. I don't have oily skin. I have normal, non-sensitive skin, so I can literally use anything except 2 heavy moisturizers. That does break me out a bit. But I saw the serum was like $80 or something, and that's not a price tag that I'm going with when it comes to celebrities. Just because you are pretty doesn't mean that you know how to make other people pretty. That is just something to keep in mind. And I know that one of these things were like dietary supplements, and you all know how I feel about dietary supplements. I don't think that you need dietary supplements unless your doctor is telling you that you are deficient in something. Just because she's pretty doesn't mean that she knows what's right for you. It's that there's no correlation between those two. I'm just like, I'm throwing that out there. Like, take it for what you want. Another thing that's coming to Beautylish soon is the new holiday collection from Sonia G. Sonia G is one of those brush brands that I'm like, maybe I want to try Sonia G, but it's just so expensive. I can't just, that amount of money cannot disappear from my bank account all at once without me getting something that's like luxury designer. And that's just how I feel. But if you were interested in Sonia G, I will link down below where you'll be able to get it. I will say the handles look beautiful. That wood, dark wood, I love that. It looks luxurious. It really does. And it's someday when I'm, I don't know, rich, maybe I'll buy something like this. But right now, that's not the price range I'm looking at when it comes to brushes. I will say that the Nabla brushes that I mentioned that I wanted to pick up, I did pick up one of those brush sets. I picked up the purple one. It was also available at Beauty Bay. They look so nice. I really like the Nabla brushes. So that's more the price range I want to be in. My absolute favorite brushes are the one from Refer, and I also love my Sigma ones, and then like I said, the Nabla ones are great. Like that's the price range that I feel comfortable with, but that's just me. Also, I don't know how much I've talked about this. I know I mentioned her before, but YouTuber Nikia Joy, she is an Australian YouTuber. She has expanded her makeup line. She's now coming out with loose pigments, and I love loose pigments. I haven't really checked out what kind of colors she has, but I really, can loose pigments become a thing again? I love loose pigments so much. And she's also coming out with brushes, and it seems to be quite a lot of different brushes. I think that this is perfect if you wanted to try a new brand, or if you are living in Australia, because I feel like sometimes it is smart to not like shop local, but you can save so much on shipping costs and like delays and stuff like that if you're just buying from the continent where you are. But yeah, I think that the release looks really nice. I'm gonna have to check out those loose pigments more because I am a lover of loose pigments. I think I'm gonna mention one more thing. One more thing, and I think that's gonna be it because I'm hungry. Alien Cosmetics had a collab palette with Serendipity, which is an artist, like a painter, and their palette was very popular. I don't know if I mentioned this here or not, but the artwork on the front is beautiful. It's made by the artist, and the inside is of course colors pulled from the front, and the palette was sold out. It was apparently very popular, so Alien Cosmetics decided to bring it back. So this palette is coming back, or it's already available. I don't know exactly which one of them. Remember to check all the info and the links and everything in the description box, but I will say that this looks extremely beautiful. Look at that duochrome in the middle. That looks so pretty. The dark murky greens with the red and that bright like daffodil like orangey yellow. It's so pretty. Think that this is a great color story. It also does not have any pressed glitters from what I can see here, so this is definitely a palette to check out. Alien Cosmetics, I've heard good things about their quality, so yeah, I am intrigued for this one. It is available for pre-order, so yeah, I think that this is probably the best looking thing that they have ever done. I'm not gonna lie, I think it looks super cute. So if you were interested, maybe you wanted it before and it's sold out, I'm just letting you know that it is coming back, and I will link it down below. Okay, I think that was everything. Oh my god, I'm sweaty. Okay, they've turned on the heat now in Sweden. I'm so excited about that because I've been cold for like a month. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to check back on last Sunday's video if you want to enter the giveaway. I'm having a video tomorrow. I am aiming to make the video my rankings of my latest haul. Not my latest haul, but the one I had in November. So I am ranking everything from October. I'm doing that tomorrow on my channel, hopefully, if everything goes as planned. So please check back to see that. I'm having videos every day next week as well. Might even have an extra video next week because I'm just so excited. I'm excited about everything. And also, I will try and remember to mention this. You have been asking me to do a vlog with me doing Christmas candy. I did do that last year, and I was living in the same apartment. I was doing the same recipes as I'm doing this year, and I was even like getting the Christmas tree ready and everything. Or did I do that last year? I'm not sure. Was this the year before? Listen, I'm not sure, but I will try and remember to link that video as well, either in a pinned comment or in the description box, depending on where I can fit it. If I forget, remind me, because those are the recipes that I'm doing this year as well. Okay, I'm done talking. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow in a new video. Bye!